Girl code, where? Optics, where? Common sense, where? Someone catch Iyanla before she tootsie roll off to retirement and let her know Porsha is on the line, because God has left the chat. I got my notes. I hope y'all got yours. Let's get on into it. All right, y'all. So first on our list is this Simon and Falynn divorce timeline, okay? So let's just go back, let's lay out all the facts, and then we can talk about our analysis later. All right, so Simon initially filed for divorce back in January. This was early January, citing that the marriage was irretrievably broken, okay? Now, irretrievably broken is a fancy Hollywood term just to mean that we don't want to necessarily talk about all the goings in and out of our marriage and what happened, and this is like a catch-all for, all of our problems are insurmountable and we cannot get over them, child. Now, turns out, a couple weeks later, the problems wasn't as insurmountable as previously displayed, because Simon withdrew his divorce petition, right? Saying that they was going to work on their relationship, XYZ. Turn around. Now February come round. February 14th, Valentine's Day, they working on their relationship, trying to figure it out. Couple weeks after that, or maybe 1 week after that, divorce back on. The case cites it again, irreconcilable differences. We can't work it out, right? March come round, Falynn accepts that she has received the divorce documents and she acknowledges receipt of them, right? April come round, they work on their property settlement as well as a prenup arrangement and make sure that that's, still in place. And by the end of April, they had already come to a full settlement, but the divorce hadn't yet been finalized. May come round, and Simon is telling the judge to incorporate the property and the prenup settlement into the main divorce documents, right? But still, the divorce is not final yet, right? And then a week later, as in yesterday, Porsha done tootsie rolled her ass into the situation and say, he's my man, baby. I would have expected this from LaToya, to be completely honest, before I would have ever considered it to come from Porsha. I'm being completely honest with y'all, and that is no shade. I guess it's all shade to LaToya, but I don't think anybody could have really just anticipated this news out of all the news that you thought would have come from Atlanta, especially with Porsha talking about all this girl code stuff. But let me not hem and haw on that right now. What I want to talk about next, y'all, is the prenup and the property settlement. So Simon ain't no fool. He ain't new to this. He true to this. And no one gets that level of wealth. So Simon, apparently, they say he's worth somewhere around $40 million, right? And so mama didn't raise no fool. Simon made sure that he got a prenup. They had been married for 2 years. And so under the terms of the prenup, apparently all Falynn is entitled to is the proceeds from a property that they had together. So they're going to split, they're not going to split. Her share of the property proceeds are $150,000, right? So remember that, y'all, $150 from that, okay? And then she's entitled to $50,000 broken up into 2 payments, okay? So if you add all of that together, 150, 50, and 50 means that she's walking away from this marriage with $250,000, her good name, and her 3 children from a prior relationship that ain't Simon. So ain't no alimony, ain't no child support, and she got to vacate the premises in terms of his house that they, lived in, the one y'all saw on the show, by the end of the month. So homegirl is out in the cold, but, listen, Falynn is pretty, and she'll find another, hopefully. All right, we got that out the way. So like I said, the divorce isn't final yet, and here comes Porsha. Now, let's just break this down into a few segments, right? Let's just talk about the girl code aspect of it. Porsha, okay? You spent this entire season of Housewives coming after Kenya, talking about she shouldn't be coming after you, citing girl code, okay? Girl code. The code that, if you are girls with somebody, if y'all are friends, then, you got her back. There's certain things that you do not do, right? And so it seems that girl code only applies when it's something coming against you, right? But it doesn't apply in terms of how you act with other people. And somewhere, baby, Kenya Moore is doing a Tootsie Roll in her living room, okay? Because I'm not saying she's celebrating a misfortune, but she's probably feeling pretty vindicated just in terms of what she was telling y'all during this season in terms of how Porsha's ways were, and feeling vindicated that she came after her for this because it sort of set the stage for, the uproar that it caused when this news broke. So Porsha, I don't really want to hear you say the words girl code ever again. They are non-applicable to you. You don't know the meaning of girl code. Now, the second part of this that we need to sort of dissect is the friend optics of it, right? And so Porsha was very quick to say that her and Falynn are not friends, okay? And to her point, and based on, sources and whatever, they are saying that the girls aren't actually friends. Yes, she was introduced on the show as Falynn's, Falynn was introduced as Porsha's friend, but apparently Porsha and Falynn met that day, and to keep, in order to bring someone onto the Housewives show, they always have to come through somebody, right? And so remember from like last season or whatever, what's her name? Eva Marcille came in as Nene's friend, for example, right? And so the day of production told Porsha, play up that y'all are friends, play up that there's a connection, and we're going to bring her in through you. And so that's what Porsha's saying. Porsha's saying, I didn't really have a friendship with this girl, and so it's not really that big of a deal because I didn't really know her. Now, on that, I call BS, okay? You done sat in this lady's house, you done eaten this lady's food, you done come to this lady's, costume party, you done smiled in her face, and now you sleeping with her man, okay? And it doesn't make any sense, Porsha. Whether or not you were friends with this lady, y'all were acquaintances, or she just a lady down the street that she might have said hi to a couple of times. There are certain senses of decency that you follow when you actually, have a knowledge of somebody and how they are, right? Now, I don't know if y'all caught the Speak On It episode that Candy did with Falynn, but Falynn was basically saying, me and Porsha were cool. She didn't really say that we had like a, super close friendship or whatever, but she said that, every time that she interacted with her, she was very, very genuine, which leads me to believe y'all interacted on multiple occasions, which we saw on the show and probably outside of filming as well, right? Not saying that y'all were on a friend tip, but maybe y'all were at the same event together. So you did have a knowledge of this girl. And so just from the friend or friend-ish aspect of it, it's still dead on arrival because it really makes no sense that you did this to this girl. And just in the sense of common sense of the optics around it. You sort of have to think about, because you are a public figure, and don't get me wrong, I'm not coming down on Porsha in terms of, she's the only one in the world that has ever done this. This is a completely unique situation. But I feel that when you're in the public eye, you're on a reality TV show, and the optics of a situation and how something can come off, even if it wasn't necessarily that way, you would have been smarter in just realizing that the optics of the situation do not serve me, do not serve my brand, and maybe it's not a good look for me. I'm going to get railroaded in the press. And so from all accounts, it seems that Porsha just threw caution to the wind and just decided, I'm celebrating my happiness. I'm a fan favorite. Y'all just going to be there, no matter what. And I'm going to try to get ahead of this story and, let the chips fall where they may. So I just say on the girl code, the friend optics, and also the common sense fronts, you pretty much failed on all three requirements. Next, let's talk about just the history of the bad decision making. So I want to spend a quick moment just talking about how the whole Dennis factor of this situation, right? And so I think that we all gave Porsha a pass with Dennis because, it was another fly-by-night situation, another crazy in love situation that resulted in, you getting together very quickly when everyone told you guys to take it slow. You end up having the baby, and babies are a blessing, but of course they don't keep relationships and situations together, which is why you guys, eventually disbanded and are just co-parenting now, right? But I always thought of the Dennis situation as a fluke, right? It's a fluke. It happened. I've learned the lesson. I've moved on. But the fact that you come back around after the whole Dennis situation and you jump right back into another messy, quick, fly-by-night situation, something that draws a whole bunch of eyeballs, it speaks to me that there's some sort of inner problem there. Like what is lacking in you that you would feel that you need to pursue your happiness at the apex of someone else's, despair, So I just think Porsha spent a whole bunch of time in therapy throughout this show. So I don't know if the healing didn't work or maybe she missed some sessions. I don't really know, but it sort of leads me to believe there's a history of bad decision making, and maybe this is just your trend. I don't know, Porsha. I don't know. It was very hard for me to find any sort of redeeming qualities of this situation to latch onto to try to form a possible defense. Try to be a defense attorney, okay? My client is innocent, okay? But no, my client is guilty as sin, baby. Okay, and so let's talk about now just the Quickie engagement portion of it all. So as you all saw on social media, Porsha got together with, I guess, people.com, which leads me to believe that, the month timeline in terms of you saying that this is when y'all got together may be a little bit shaky, because in order to get this level of press, back and forth, laying the foundation for it in place, you had to have been working on this for a while. So I'm not saying that you were still, messing around with this man when he was still married to, he's technically still married to the girl, but, before they officially announced their divorce and yada, yada, I just feel like the timeline is a little bit shaky. And I don't know if I necessarily believe that it was only a month ago that y'all decided to start seeing each other. It seems like maybe the seeds of it were built pretty much maybe like, late last year, and they just built from there. But my 4 rules of a Quickie engagement, just to go over, if you get married to somebody on spur of the moment, to me, there are 4 key areas that we have to address in terms of explaining of why you might be engaging in this Quickie engagement behavior, right? So it's either, to me, number 1, y'all, and make sure you write your pens down, take your pens and write this down and drop down in the comments and let me know if you agree with it or there's other determining factors of a Quickie engagement that y'all got. Okay, so either you need a green card, you're broke, you in love, stupid in love, might I add, or you're pregnant, okay? So we're going to go down these things from order of least likely to most likely, okay? Let's just start with green card. Even though Simon is a rich African, okay, he don't need no green card. He, sitting on 40 mil. He's an Atlanta businessman, and Porsha's a United States citizen. So that one's completely off. So we could X that one out right there off jump, okay? Is Porsha broke? And so she's trying to get with this rich man. No, okay? And when I thought about this, I was thinking, sometimes optics can lie, just in terms of, I have 6 million Instagram followers. I'm on this TV show. I work on Dish Nation. I have this go naked hair, but maybe the finances are funny. But then I said, if at any point Porsha's finances were funny, she already has Dennis to lean back on. If you think about it, Dennis is the original hot dog king of Atlanta. He's very successful in his own right. It's hard for me to believe that if Porsha needed money, she couldn't rely on Dennis. So I'm going to X that one out off jump as well. Now, is she stupid in love? I think that there is a case to be made for this, because, listen, perhaps she does love the man. I don't know, okay? The love that Porsha had for Dennis was very quick. It was very, it was very random. It was very quick, and maybe she loves love, and she loves quickly, and she loves hard. It could be it. But honestly, y'all, I'm leaning more towards item 4 on my Quickie engagement list, that she pregnant. Now, I do not know this to be a fact, so I'm going to say the word allegedly, because ain't nobody trying to get sued, because I ain't got nothing. All Porsha would get in a lawsuit with me is this damn greenery wall behind me. Tried it. Now, just in terms of how I feel the pregnancy may play a factor, is that everybody knows that Porsha is a person who serves body, okay? She likes things that are very tight, very fitted, and, Porsha's going to be serving body wherever she goes, whether she's on Dish Nation, whether she's going to church, whether she's shooting with the girls. There's always going to be something tight and right, okay? So it's sort of it sort of drew a red flag to me, and my eonless spirit of discernment, checked into the situation, and it spoke to me. I said, yes, Mama Eonla. It said, beloved, look for what makes sense. Okay. Why is Porsha in a very, very flowy caftan when she's normally in very fitted clothes? Okay. So it could be that she's trying to hide a pregnancy. Or it could be that it was Mother's Day. It was a Mother's Day shoot and she just wanted to be comfortable. And maybe she just wanted a flowing dress. I'm going to pause and I'm going to look at the camera. And y'all need to read my expression through my nonverbal cues. All I can say is that I want full credit if it turns out that she's pregnant. Because when I first heard this story, I said, there is something that we are all missing that will make this whole situation make sense, right? You with this lady's husband, you say that you only been with him for a month. Now you're engaged with this massive ring on your finger, okay? And you're saying that you're so stupid, crazy in love. And then you also add in, the big caftan onto the situation, and Dennis being there as support by your side because you needed somebody to be a ride or die in this situation to show that, at least on this front, someone is riding with me, right? So when I add all that up together, it seems to me that maybe this whole Simon Porsha situation was, another drive-by relationship that, went on maybe a little bit too long, resulted in a baby. And like I said, maybe you do love this man, but I think if you are pregnant, it would really make sense of this whole situation, even though it's a bad situation nonetheless. All right, so let's just talk about the Falynn prognosis. Falynn, I think, has done what she should do in the situation. She should say absolutely nothing. And let me tell you why. Silence is golden, okay? And that is not just an AMC Theaters, tagline. It really is in this situation. Porsha's already getting skewered in the media and the court of public opinion, okay? And Falynn is coming out there smelling like roses. So, like I said, I don't know what irretrievably broken means between her and Simon, and maybe child will never know, okay? But as long as Falynn stays quiet, plays her position, collects her $250,000 to end this marriage, which is very, very low in my opinion, which just means that Simon was much smarter than her in this whole marriage thing to begin with. Because listen, if you have no employable qualities and your skill is getting with rich men, honey, then you should be able to finagle him out of more than $250K for a 2-year marriage. But listen, I ain't never been no woman, I ain't never schemed on no man, so I can't really talk. Catch. But like I said, Falynn, just stay quiet, girl, play your position, and find a way to parlay this into another rich man, or maybe they'll give you a peach this season, which gets me into my next point. So Porsha, girl, you have earned that peach for season 14. I didn't really think that your position on the show was in question, but without a doubt, if Andy doesn't have a set of cameras and crew heading down to Atlanta to film this mess in real time, I think he has done himself a disservice, and this network in terms of Bravo a disservice as well. So you have earned that peach for season 14. Like I said, give Falynn one as well. Because listen, $250,000 with how Falynn is used to living ain't gonna last that long. So she gonna need a job, a rich man, or something else to do. Because I'm telling you, in the words of Wanda Sykes, everyone can't type 60 words a minute. So you got to go with your strengths, okay? And if your strengths is finding rich men to take care of you and become your benefactor and pay for your lifestyle, then girl, you better get on your business. Let your divorce become final and then start dating. Find you an athlete, somebody. Listen, if Porsha could find 2 pot-bellied, rich, bald men, then you could find another one in Atlanta. Apparently, they're all over everywhere. Now, I don't know if this is confirmed yet, but apparently Porsha's getting a spinoff special to document her life. So we're going to see all of this happen and broken down on the screen. So good job, Andy, if this is true. And if not, then Bravo people, please get your crews and your cameras down to Atlanta because this is must-see TV. And until next time, y'all, all I got to say is Atlanta women, United States women, international women, if you got a man that's rich, bald, and got a pot belly, baby, you better hide him because Porsha is scheming to steal him, okay? Scheming to steal your man. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands because she's taking everybody up out here. I gotta go, y'all. That's been enough. I will be monitoring the situation just in case I need to do a part 2 in case she turns out to actually be pregnant. But until next time, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.